Sweetness flowing like a faucet. Body bending, no corset. Brothers wanna toss it. They lost cause my game meant for forfeit. Slicker than the porpoise, I'm thicker than the horses. Coming home, got the whole town speechless. I stick to my thesis, I stick to my features. I see you looking at it, but what you looking at? You in a barn, wanna twist me like a bottle cap. I'm trying to holler, miss, and see if you gon' holler back. Your game is like I know you wouldn't get your quarterback. See, this is Carmen, curves like a cul-de-sac, skin, coffee, and cream. Your donut, you ain't dunking that. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss Carmen, a hip opera. Now this movie is from 2001 and it stars Beyoncé and Mekhi Phifer. Now before we get into all things, get to know one another just a little better than we do now. I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm gonna give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're gonna come back and discuss. This movie brought back so many memories. For everything that's wrong here, there are so many things that are right and things we can appreciate.
Go back.
Now that you guys have hopefully subscribed to see more of me, let's get into this movie. But before we jump into the video, I have to give a shout out to the person who paid for it and requested this film. So if you happen to laugh this entire video, it's not because of me, it's because of this person right here. Thank you so much for supporting me and paying for this content. Now, getting into this movie was directed by Robert Townsend. If you would like to hear me dote over Robert Townsend as a director, as a writer, as an inspiration, go and check out my 5 Heartbeats review. I will leave the link for that below. But as a director, Robert Townsend is extremely direct with who his films are for, the target audience, demographic. These movies are Black. This is not the 1943 Carmen adapted Broadway musical or even the Dorothy Dandridge 1954 Carmen Jones adaptation. It's a little bit of that, but this is 2001. This is brought to you by MTV, and this is an urban R&B rap musical. So instead of getting "when your lover decides to fly, there ain't no door that you can close, she just quicks you a quick goodbye and flicks the sword from her tail and go." We not getting none of that here. You getting, yo, where the brother by my side at? No, you really need to stop that and get it right. It's not even like that. Try to get a job before we live in out of box Black. This is real urban. Though we practically follow that Carmen Jones storyline to a T, we have an ensemble cast here of Beyoncé. Oh, I got so much to say. In her very first movie role, as well as Mekhi Phifer rapping, and an all-star cast of rappers that's including Bow Wow, Jermaine Dupri, and the delicious Mos Def. Now we open this movie with yet another rapper. Brat open us up with "What You Like," a whole lot of "What You Like." She didn't say that. Me on a she didn't say that. Can you tell me? She didn't say that. She didn't say that. We open with the Brat here and her whole 50-piece in the street ass orchestra. Like, just even with the opening, even though this movie is clearly a hot mess. This is a whole hot ass mess. The acting, cinematography, the green screen, the fluorescent shiny filter that is over this entire film, the transitions, I swear, somebody did the edits for this movie on Microsoft Word. Like, it was just trash. But beyond that, if there was ever anything that we could just straight chalk up as, you know, so bad it's good, we just cruising off of nostalgia, it is this movie. Me, when this came out, I was about, 11 or 12. This movie was such a big deal. Y'all remember when MTV and VH1 were producing movies? Oh! This was such a big deal when it came out. This was Beyonce's initial kind of breakaway from Destiny's Child. She hadn't even released her first solo album yet. This was still 2001. I remember because I was so hyped because I got the Survivor CD that was slapping from front to back. Alibi love, where have you been all of my life? You chocolate cup for strawberry, apple pie love mode. Oh, the album was so good. I'm looking at my baby's father. It was a good time. I was excited for this movie. Everything here just warmly takes you back to a different time and era that just doesn't exist anymore. Even the whole essence of what MTV used to be, what we used to look forward to as far as things that were coming on TV. All the different, styles, the fashion, the slang, the music being used in the movie, just the overall notion of what this movie represents as a whole. For good or bad, someone greenlit a hip hop version of Carmen starring Beyonce. And it was okay. We would never get anything like this today. Now, right away, we are introduced to Mekhi Phifer here as Police Officer Hill. He is a good guy. He just wants to do his job and love on his soon-to-be wife, Kayla, aka Zaria Peterson, aka Reagan Preston Gomez with her beautiful self. Now, wanting to be a good, honorable cop with a sweet girlfriend isn't as easy as it seems, especially when we have dirty, filthy, stinking cops rolling around like Mos Def, aka Lieutenant Miller. You don't want beef with Miller because I'm illa. Like, oh, Mos Def is here. There is truly some talented actors to behold within this movie. Problem is, for whatever reason, every single person forgot how to act. What the hell was going on? Yo, T, let me out this car. Let me out this car right now. You better. I said you coming with me. Let me out this. Oh, it was just so horrible. I'm like, Bow Wow, honey, you know how to act. You're a good actor. Like, what is going on here? I don't know if this was, a lot of these people's first rodeo, which it's just not even all of that, because even with actors like Mos Def, actors like Bow Wow, these people have went on to have really great careers as far as acting, and they do a wonderful job, especially Mos Def. I was all disappointed by his delivery here. Like, some of the lines just had me like, yo, man, the drugs ain't mine, man. It's not mine. Take him in, run along, bye. Like, nobody stopped this. No, Robert, Mr. Townsend, nobody stopped it. Everybody just let it go. No, nobody said reshoot. This movie is not winning any brownie points for anybody's acting here. Given that this was Mekhi Phifer's first time trying to act as well as rap, he did a wonderful job in my opinion, but everybody is not able to take on that double role. It looked like once you place people here who are, rappers, performers, singers, when it's flip-flopped and they have to do both at the same time, it just seemed to be a little too much dip on their chip. We can barely get into the fact that Hill is already having a hard time as a police officer due to dirty cops and lieutenants like Miller, but he's having that complex of what exactly can I do he has in higher ranking. We can barely get there because the acting is just so laughable. But what saves this movie is the fact that this is pretty much an hour and a half music video. So by the time we have to deal with the inconsistent tone from great actors like Mos Def, we go from, we should hang out, we should get together, take him in. Like, what? Why? Like, damn, y'all couldn't give Cindy Lou something else to do? Like, the whole thing with Kayla and Hill and their back and forth and their relationship, her not wanting him to be a cop once they're married, like, a lot of stuff that they decided to either add or take away from our original Carmen Jones character to make these characters here in this movie their own separate entity, make them a little bit more, contemporary and up to date. It really was just too much. Like, there was absolutely nothing wrong with Cindy Lou just being, madly in love Or just Kayla being that sweet, innocent, virginal, naive girl who is madly in love with Hill, and he just happens to slip up and choose this harlot. It just seems like often here within the script, for them to try to switch it up, to make it different, they just went to certain places and did and said certain things that they didn't need to, and it really complicated things that didn't need to be complicated, because the Carmen Jones story is so good on its own. Just making it urban and having people rapping and singing, that was more than enough. But this extra mile that they went to just make this so different, I wish that they would have put that same energy into the writing of our characters, the dialogue, like the settings. If we could have, put some energy there, it would have made this better. But what we do decide to put our energy into is the soundtrack and the music being used in this movie. When I tell you, it elevates this raggedy ass film so much, because even though the script is tired and nobody here as a character is really given any depth or real character development, they are just kind of setting the scenes to really get us to these songs. Let's just get to what we got. We got the remix. But even though the songs are awesome, we still can't get away from the cringy acting. Like, damn, as soon as I love when Beyonce comes in, because going back to watch this now, I really just zoomed in on like, damn, y'all really use Beyonce for her voluptuousness, her, platform, her body, her popularity at the time. Like, why are we zooming in on Beyonce's body 57 times? Like, back up off of her. Like, she is like really sexualized here. I know that they made it a point, for her to, be that sex pod, be, the center of attention. She needs to stand out, just like Carmen in the original one. But damn, Carmen in the original movie, she still had on clothes. She still had on clothes, and it was more so, her sexuality coming, just exuding from her essence. It was just her personality, her body language, more so, what's understood does not have to be explained. I walk it like I talk it. Here, on the other hand, with Beyonce, who is all of, 19 at this point, we are constantly making it a point to, zoom in. We are going, up and down her entire body from head to toe. Not to say that, she was exploited or just nude or something here, but I just wish that we didn't get, so many shots of just bam, bam, bam. It was very, tonight, ow, I'll be your naughty girl, calling all my girls. It was very much so that video. I thought she was gonna back that ass up on Usher one good time with how many times we was zooming in on that dress. But unfortunately, all of that sex pot could not disguise the fact that even here, our baby could not act. I love Beyonce. Like, I love her. She has had such longevity. Just to see her career from, even at this point all the way to where she is now. She is incredible at so many things. Acting just happens to not be one of those. What you doing? I know you ain't looking at my man. Please. It's all here, baby. Like, everything is constantly, I'm chilling at my spot and this passes so deep. Yeah, I bit my lip, switch my hips as I walk. It's very question. Everything is the acting here from Beyonce was tragic, and it's just like, I just want to rock. We were just gonna let her rock because it's Beyonce. She's big right now. This is her first movie. We are making a statement in the movie. She can't act. We don't give a damn. We're gonna keep rolling until we get to those songs where she flourishes. Like, whatever you think about Beyonce does some of her best acting. In her music videos, that is where she shines. That is her element. She shines so bright. So as soon as she, steps in the bar and this sweetness flowing like a faucet, like she is going off, giving us those Migo ass bars way before now. Like, she was spitting. The songs here are so incredible. Not just, because it's Beyonce or it's Mos Def or who's performing them. The writing on these songs, like, the writing and the flow that we are getting here in 2001 seems so goddamn intricate in comparison to the shit that we get today. See, this is Carmen, voice sweet as Marvin. I turn out lights with the switch when I'm walking. Even got Lou looking at me like he's stalking. And I got a mind too. I wouldn't bless you if your first name was I True on Sunday singing gospel. You ain't a dime, just a nickel acting hostile. I'm headed to the big time and bouncing on this sideshow. Bars! Bars all around. Now, the movie does, however, do a decent job of setting up Carmen Brown for exactly who she is supposed to be. You know, we're going to go to the bar, we're going to go to the club and serve it all up, but we have no intentions of really being with anybody. You know, we like to chase, we like to play the game, but she, from the very beginning, has a tunnel vision for what she wants to do with her life. Carmen Brown, Beyoncé, wants to be an actress. Oh God, like y'all could have given her, yo, she could have been anybody. She could have wanted to be anything. The last thing that Carmen Brown, Beyoncé Knowles, needed to be here was an actress. But we do set it up for her to be that temptress who is just pretty much a man-eater. You know, I come and go as I please, do as I want with these men, and then I probably discard them later. The only reason she was even checking for Hill at all in the first place was because he was forbidden fruit, something that she couldn't have. Probably the only man within that bar who just was simply not checking for her at that moment because he claimed he was okay with his girlfriend. But due to the lack of build-up, the lack of character development, and how quickly we are flying through these scenes, it's just, you know, like, oh, my girlfriend, and then it's like instantly like, oh, titties, I just can't decipher what I need to do. We have Carmen being Carmen. She ends up getting arrested from Miller, who is the ultimate hater in this movie. Like, he just strictly really wants to arrest her off of the basis of, so you really ain't trying to fuck with a nigga? Let me get, no, I don't want you. I'm not feeling you, but I'm an officer, shorty, my looks are killing you. I don't want you or your little friend. Like, I'm not interested. He wants her arrested, but he doesn't want to take her in. He wants Hill to take her in because he knows the type of female that she is, and he also wants to just fuck up anything that Hill has going on because he's jealous and he's a hater. But he fine though. Mos Def is fine. Don't wanna be nowhere but here, nowhere in this atmosphere, stratosphere, ionosphere. Ain't no sphere that's quite like here. Don't wanna be nowhere but here, nowhere in this atmosphere. Get all the panties. All the panties. Now, getting into the things that they decided to keep and take away from that original film, I really did miss the chase here. Like, it was so easy to get Hill's ass. It was so easy. I love that it really takes, you know, some strong effort for Carmen to get him in the original movie. I love that, you know, it's a car crash, you know, that push and pull. Here was just absolutely not putting up any fight. He was absolutely putty in the hands. And, you know, we do get that good fair warning. I enjoy the fact that, you know, instead of, you know, that's love, you go for me and I'm taboo, you know, what you say, brother, what you say. Anytime that we got away, we ain't getting none of that. We got, you know, just from the looks of it, I must say, you bound to get hooked on it if you play, you know, don't do it. Don't lay down, because you're not gonna get your ass back up again, and he ain't never get up after that. I just love every single song here in this film. When the actors are performing and they're rapping and they're transpiring that way, the movie works so well. Whenever they're not, that's when the movie is failing. But when we have, you know, Beyonce's character go, you know, why did you bring me this far? Like, let's not even play. You let me come all the way up here, take my clothes off. Like, it's already working. Like, why are you bullshitting yourself? Like, you just care so much about this girlfriend. If you did care that much about your fiance, we would not be here right now. Man, you had a job. This is your whole job on the line. You about to go to jail for this? No. Went completely against protocol. Not only did we lose our fiance, but we lost our job and we are going to prison for a long extended period of time because Carmen just could not even do one day. Girl, all you had was a little catfight brawl in a bar. You probably would have been out the next day. But that's when we get into that selfish side of Carmen. You know, this wasn't just because she liked Derek and, oh, I just see something between us. This was for her to avoid spending any time in jail, which ties into the plan that Miller had for Hill the entire time because he was just that much of a hater. But we are not gonna gloss over the fact that Mekhi Phifer had bars. Like, you cannot tell Mekhi Phifer that he was not DMX this entire, because I can see your skin is soft. I don't want to pay the cost to be with you. You can't deny you feel the force, you know it's true. I got a girl, but really now I'm feeling you. I want to do it, but I don't. Like, he was rapping his ass. Got me feeling like I ain't locked down. What we are going to skip over is Derek's entire stint in jail, because why? What kind of juvenile penitentiary maximum facility is this? Why is Lil Baby Bow Wow in this jail cell with you like that? It was just terrible. That was, you know, really poor casting. I think the movie would have really benefited from getting some real actors. Getting some real actors here who could really perform, because just having rappers here in his place and this script being as underdeveloped as it was, like we literally have Lil Bow Wow in jail lifting weights. What's up, big man? What's up? And then any of the real actors that we do have here, like Reagan Gomez, we designate her to maybe, 1 or 2 lines. I hate you. I hate you again, and I'm gonna hate your ass tomorrow. Like, that's all y'all gave sis to say? Could have gave her some more. But in the meantime, we do have Carmen waiting for Derek to get out, and honey, that bad acting was pushing through. His name is Derek. It's something different about him. It's like, I don't know. You're supposed to be together. Like, I love me a man in uniform. Like, girl, question. It just makes me... She looks so much like Solange here in this movie. Like, just, oh my goodness, the cards never lie. Like, it's always like she's on cue to maybe begin a song. It's almost, giving that same energy of, turn the wigs around. Turn the wigs around. Come on. Like, oh, just sing already. I love her. We are also introduced to her 2 best friends, Rah Digga here and Joy Bryant. They let her recycle that same role from Honey. Like, wow, y'all really gave sis the same role twice? That ain't her real head anyway. You was ducking like a bobblehead. They gave her the same person. But they want nothing more for her to roll up and go out to the clubs and stop focusing on Derek so goddamn much. But Carmen is the prime example of being a fatal beauty. Every single person around her, especially men, want something from her just solely based off of her physique. Which is why she was more willing to sit around and wait for somebody like Hill, the one person who wasn't really after her. But she is, suffering from that syndrome of, oh, everybody told you was fine your whole life. So the one guy in this bar that did not want you, we are willing to, tempt him, ruin his whole life, backtrack his career, though he made those decisions on his own. Carmen plays a big role in corrupting him just because she knew that she could, and she benefited from that. When we woke up, she was completely gone. Like, I didn't have to do a day in jail. And Carmen really felt like she owed him some loyalty, that she was trying to finesse and make it a love situation, when it was more so, this is not, somebody who was chasing me for my physique that I was going to push to the side like all the other men. This is someone who sacrificed, something in their life for me. I can wait on this nigga to get out. But that's a lot easier said than done. Of course, we still have Lieutenant Miller being trash. Like, she don't want you. Like, he is the worst kind of dude that you would ever want to meet anywhere in your life. Like, just take your L and move on. But he just can't. From the moment that she told him no, like, it was like, oh, this is something I need to conquer. And if I can, then I'm just going to lie about it. But the same cannot be said when she meets Blaze. Someone who can do something for her. B to the L. The A to the Z, to the E, fuck it up with the do-rag. B, the L, the A, the Z, the E. This is someone who's not only interested in hearing about my dream, but he can fund my dream. He's offering to fly me out. This is an opportunity. I want to go to LA. I want to be an actress, be in my own sitcoms. Question. Oh, okay, girl. But once again, we get back into these people trying to use her. Blaze didn't see her on stage and think that she was talented or hear her read for a part. He physically was interested in the way that she looked. This is still, the same day and age now. You not getting flued out just because, I want to help you out. You know what you getting flued out for. Same can be said about, her friends. We're trying to use her 2 friends to get closer to her. Carmen, come on, let's go. You need to come with us. Like, this is an opportunity for us. Same thing with Miller. Everybody is just interested in taking from her just because of how she looks. Everybody except for Hill. I made you some breakfast. You like it? Girl, are you a robot? All of these things hold true as to why she was willing to wait for Hill until he gets out and he cannot do something that she wants to do one time. Like, if selfish was a person, like, I don't give a damn about none of that shit. I don't care what you have going on, your little year of probation, you are out. Of course, we're not going to tell him, like, we're going there with opportunity of me linking up with Blaze to help me out. But it's just, this is about me, about my dream. Don't you care about me? Have I not sacrificed enough, girl? Like, I don't even have a job. job anymore. Ha, I see you slick with the words now. Gas cause you got a chick with some curves now. I see you standing on the side with your smile and your crooked eye. Should've listened to that song telling you to walk on by. Mos Def slid on that song. But girl, I'm punching lieutenants. Like, it's only out of convenience that he has to run away with Carmen, which is what she wanted to hear in the first place. But even at that moment, instantly, when he couldn't do something that she wanted to do right away, I very much so believe that she was prepared to just leave his ass there to focus on her own agenda, her own dreams, which is nothing wrong with that, but we can't string people along in the meantime. And he slowly becomes increasingly obsessed with her. Meanwhile, Carmen is just, living her everyday life, just thinking that this is probably a guy that I can discard like everybody else. This was not the case, honey. So by the time they actually make it to LA, the realities of what this situation really is really wake them up and they get out of their little love and lust bubble. Derek realizes, yeah, I don't have no aspects for a job. I'm a felon, I'm on the run. Hey, this ain't really looking good. You think? And then you have Carmen's little whole world shattered when she realizes that she is not the only beautiful girl trying to go to LA to get a role. We've come a long way together. And for a while, I really thought we had something. But that all ended when you said, I can do it. But like, if we gonna have her want to be an actress, I'm gonna need her to be able to act. I'm trying to see my name in lights. You're trying to show it out the ground. Every night it seems like you hating on Brown. Like, girl, you can't act. You cannot act. Like, I was so disappointed to see her go out like that. Like, I just felt like they should have let her run a whole lot of these lines again. But, from watching the movie, we can see that, the budget was a little strapped. We ain't got time. Hey, we got 5 days to make this movie happen. Run it. With Carmen not being able to immediately manifest her dreams of Hollywood, getting there and arriving, we may be the center of attention in Philly, but getting here, there are a million different Carmens gunning for the same role, with her instantly projecting onto Hill. This really causes her to flare up and show her true intentions and her true colors. What a brother by my side. And like, if you're not making anything happen, then why am I even here? She wants things, she wanted the microwave, bitches. She want everything. She want everything to happen instantly. Meanwhile, we have Hill. He is really grounded in reality, grounded in now. I just lost my fiance. I don't have a job. Things are going to take time. She is just not about time. And when we get to that tarot card reading, it really shows why we need to move quickly. I could die any day now. I don't know what I was thinking, wasting my time with healing. I need to live my life because my time is unforgiving. I can't understand how my life changed around, but if it's my destiny, is it the bound of the ground? Girl, you better sing that song. Then you have Wyclef bring his ass in and just girlfriend, get your mind on lie. Don't waste your time because you can't speak. Boy. Cause you could wake up in the morning and it could be over. No. I don't wanna go. Girl, she broke it down. Like, I love this song. With Carmen pretty much feeling like this could be it, this causes her to push all the way up on the B, the L, the A, the Z, the E. I need to seize any given opportunity that I have because I could wake up in the morning and it could be over. I need to make my dreams come true right now, and it's not gonna happen if I'm sitting and waiting around in this room with Hill. There is some intensity also added into the story with Miller. I was like, they could have really kept that, but we have Miller, like, all of his dirty deeds are about to come to light and he needs to tie up loose ends. This is bringing in, the fiance, this so-called best friend cop that sold Hill up the river for a little money. Like, damn, did anybody care about you, Hill? You should have stayed with Cindy Lou. Like, you should have stayed with Kayla. She was the only one who really gave a genuine hell about you. But even after multiple warnings for Hill to leave, he needs to leave, but he can't seem to make it anywhere without Carmen. I need her here. He is absolutely obsessed at this point. I love that phone call when the friend is telling him to go and he gives that paid in full ass energy like, I need Carmen. I can't leave without Carmen. I'm about to be on some real murder type shit, Any nigga who ever looked at me wrong owes me money. It's fucking dead, be they're fucking dead. Like, he needed his little man. At this moment, Carmen was his little man. This is absolutely life or death for Hill. Meanwhile, you have Carmen like, well, you know, it was fun while it lasted. I gotta go. Blaze can do things for me that you can't. I love how she was just instantly on TV. And Blaze's concert of all of, I don't know, 50 people. It's the easiest concert to get into ever. Everybody is here, from not only Carmen, Hill is there also, as well as Lieutenant Miller, there to shoot everybody. Like, I love how nobody heard anything. At least in the original one, we have, you know, Harry Belafonte isolate her in that closet. Like, no, we like literally pulled Carmen into a curtain. Like, it wasn't even a curtain, it was that little shimmery shiny shit about 2 centimeters away from the stage, and nobody heard a thing. The ending, you know, gets quite laughable. But I mean, what's to take, you know, serious about this movie? But the ending could have been a lot better. You have Lieutenant Miller pretty much be the villain. Like, instead of just putting it all on Hill or, you know, on the lover like the original film, you have him be that ultimate villain. Not only is he there to kill Hill as a witness, but he has to kill Carmen as well because she knows too much. But you know, like in all the movies, the gun conveniently jams. I love how he just lays, oh, Carmen, oh, baby, Carmen. Like, are you gonna call anybody? Like, oh, I need to go handle this shit. You just lay there, wait on me till I come back. Like, she's dead. Like, we didn't know if she was dead. You just left her on the ground. I love that whole tussle, like the tussle, the fight and the tussle at the top with Mos Def. Like, that shit is hilarious. When we have him, you know, fall from that little short ass drop that probably should have maybe injured his whole left side, but he's just instantly dead. Laughable. Which is a strange choice in my opinion if we were gonna revert right back to the original ending of the other Carmen, of Hill just taking on all the blame. You know, nobody knows the wiser. So not only did you come here in a bit of rage and kill your girlfriend who no longer wanted you, but you also killed a cop. Like, he's just locked up. Like, that's it. Damn. Right, we was about to blaze and amaze them. Like, everything just went to shit. Well, you guys, that was my review for Carmen, Hip Hopera. I hope you enjoyed it. This was fun for me. Please drop down and tell me what you think about this movie, what you thought about my review. You know, did you love it? Did you think I went in a little too hard on Beyonce and her acting, or did you feel the same way I did? You know, just drop down and let me know. I look forward to reading you guys' comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I see you guys next time. Bye.